Hi everyone, welcome back to English Hero, and right now we are going to learn the tenses of the verb, or specifically the simple tenses of the verb. But before we tackle about simple tenses, let's first define what are tenses, or what is a tense. A tense means it refers or it denotes the time of action or of being. So what does it mean? It talks about a certain action that happened in a certain time or of being. Okay? So it answers the question, when did it happen? When does it happen? Or when will it happen? Something like that. Okay? So let's move on now with the simple tenses. So actually for simple tenses there are three types. We have the simple present tense, second one is the simple past tense, and the third one is the simple future tense. Now I believe some of you are already familiar of these tenses because this is already somehow discussed, or this was already discussed when you were in your elementary. So let's just somehow give a refresher, okay, or let's have a refresher. For simple present tense, of course, it refers to present time, habitual action, and general truth. So if there's an action that happens like every day, or it happens almost, you make it a habit, that's already that action is already referring to simple present tense. So an example of a habitual action is I take a bath every day. So I take a bath every day. So that's an example of a habitual action. So we use the simple present tense of the verb. So the word take. Okay, so this is another example. Or this is an example of a simple present. Take. Take a bath. Okay, our verb here, of course, is take. Now, anyone who can give me his or her own example of simple present tense? Okay, thank you for thinking. Okay, so always remember, if you're referring to a habitual action or just a general truth, for example, the earth equates the sun, or rotates around the sun rather. So that's a general truth. The earth is rotating around the sun. So that's why we use the simple present tense of the verb. So always remember, for simple present, it is the base or the simple form of the verb. Okay? Or the base form of the verb, shall we say. For simple past, of course, it refers to from the word past. Past time, past event, or past actions. Okay, let's have this one. Now, anyone who can give me the past tense of take? Very good. Took. Okay. Now, in order for you to refer, or if you want to convey that you're referring to a past action, you have to use some time expressions like yesterday. What else? Last Monday, last week, last month, last year. Okay, so that's an example of simple past. So you have here take, it will become took for simple past. Let's have an example. I took a bath last night. Okay. This is just to justify that you're referring to a past action. Okay, so I took a bath last night. Okay, because not all people take a bath like in the morning. Sometimes they also take a bath at night. All right, so this statement here, this is referring to a past action or past situation for an event because of this time expression last night. And of course, you have to transform the verb from take to took. Okay? I hope you get it. Actually, this is just a review, so I know you can just easily get the gist For the simple future tense, it refers rather to an action in the future time. That's gonna happen in the future, or that will happen in the future. Okay, so of course for simple past, we have to use some time expressions like yesterday, last night, last Monday, last week, something. For simple future, we are going to use also some time expressions like tomorrow or next blank. For example, next week, next Monday, next Saturday, next year, next summer. Okay, so let's transform from past tense to future. What's the future tense of took? Everyone who can give me? Very good. Okay, by the way, for simple future, you are going to use the word will. Okay, so will plus the, okay, this is the formula or the structure or the form. We have to use will. Okay, will plus the base form of the verb. Okay, let's have an example. So from took, it will become will. What's the base form of took? Again, simple tense, it refers to base form, so we have to use this word, take. So, I will take a bath tomorrow. Okay. Again, for time expression, we are going to use tomorrow. This is one of the not verbal cues, but clues or cues that a statement is referring to a certain action that will happen in the future. Okay, so we have here clues tomorrow. It refers to a future time. Okay, so I will, of course here, we are going to use will because it's the formula, will plus the base form of the verb, which is take. I will take a bath tomorrow, which means that's going to happen tomorrow. Alright. Okay. Now, you might want to search more of the words in the internet as to what's the past form of this word. For example, get. Okay. What's the past form of get? We have got. Okay. The future form of, simple future form of get is will plus get. Okay. There you have it. Alright, so by the way, before we end this video lesson, we also have to remember or take note that we have to consider, especially for simple tenses, we have to consider the subject in the sentence. Okay? So if you are using I, you, we, all plural subjects or plural nouns rather, plural nouns or plural pronouns, you are going to use the singular form of the verb. So what are the singular form of the verb? Usually it ends, these are the words that end in S, or the S form of the verb. Okay? So always remember singular form of the verb, it has an S in the end. Okay? If you are, I'm sorry, I said corrected. If you're referring to, if the subject is singular, you have to use the S form or the singular form of the verb. But if your subject is plural, you are going to use the plural form of the verb, which has no S. Okay? So singular, S form, plural, no S. Okay? That's it. So thank you guys for watching. I hope this somehow refreshed your knowledge from your past lessons in your elementary. Next video, we're going to talk about another tense of verb, or another types of tense of the verb, which is the perfect tense. Okay? Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you next in my video. Thank you so much and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.